Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
The legendary judge, named Frank Caprio, has died at age 88. He was known as America's kindest judge, whose faith helped guide his judgments. Caprio, the viral judge, worked in Providence, Rhode Island, as a municipal court judge for almost 40 years. He was a Catholic known especially for being merciful, and passed away on August 20th after a long battle with pancreatic cancer. His website released that, beloved for his compassion, humility, and unwavering belief in the goodness of people, Judge Caprio touched the lives of millions through his work in the courtroom and beyond. His warmth, humor, and kindness left an indelible mark on all who knew him. He will be remembered not only as a respected judge, but as a devoted husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and friend. His legacy lives on in the countless acts of kindness he inspired. He was a Roman Catholic who recently went on pilgrimage to Our Lady of Lourdes in France. On his website, some of his inspirational achievements were highlighted. Judge Frank Caprio has become a household name, resonating not only within the legal community, but also in the hearts of countless individuals worldwide. His unique approach to justice, marked by fairness, compassion, and unwavering dedication to serving the community, embodies what it means to be a true public servant. Throughout his career, Judge Caprio has built a rich legacy centered on kindness. Handling cases filled with human stories, he is acutely aware of the complexities of human behavior, demonstrating rare sensitivity in a role often associated with strict law enforcement. His ability to simultaneously balance justice and compassion sets him apart, making his narrative both compelling and relatable. 2 lessons learned from a compassionate approach. Judge Caprio prioritized compassion and understanding, showing how one can hold others accountable while also uplifting them. 1. Listen before judging. Taking time to understand people's stories can dramatically shift how we approach conflict and misunderstandings. Whether in personal or professional situations, active listening can lead to more meaningful resolutions. 2. Encourage growth. Instead of focusing solely on punishment, seek ways to promote improvement and accountability. This approach works in everyday interactions with friends, family, and colleagues, enhancing relationships and fostering a constructive environment. He is survived by his wife Joyce Caprio of almost 6 decades, and their 5 children, 7 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. May he rest in peace.
Please subscribe to our channel.
An active shooter at Pope Leo XIV's alma mater Villanova University turned out to be a cruel hoax. At 4:35 p.m. on August 21st, an active shooter alert was issued at Villanova University in Pennsylvania. However, it was later found to be a false alarm. Many students were attending the orientation school Holy Mass, which was interrupted due to the alert. The police posted, Radnor Township Police Department are on location at Villanova University for a report of an active shooter. All nearby residents and students are asked to shelter in place at this time. All further information will come from the office of the Superintendent of Police, they said. Videos show staff, students, and their families running into campus buildings following the call by the police. The president of the university, Father Peter Donahue, later issued a statement saying that the event was a hoax. He wrote, "Mercifully, no one was injured, and we now know that it was a cruel hoax. There was no active shooter, no injuries, and no evidence of firearms present on campus. While that is a blessing and relief, I know today's events have shaken our entire community." The priest continued, "I would like to thank everyone involved in securing the safety of our community, especially our Villanova Public Safety Department and the first responders from Radnor Police and other local police departments. I would also like to thank our orientation counselors and all of the Villanova staff in attendance at the orientation mass who responded calmly and compassionately to a very frightening and unnerving situation. Amid my thanks, I would like to apologize to our first-year students and their families. This is not the introduction to Villanova that I had hoped for you. And while I cannot do anything to relieve the unrest that you are feeling right now, I can offer a prayer. As generations of Villanova know, this prayer is how I close orientation mass each year. Since we were interrupted today, I would like to offer it now. Whomever you are with, I ask that you reach out to them and repeat after me. May God bless you and protect you, Father Peter wrote. Officials continue to investigate and are working to identify the person who made the fake call. According to NBC, So far in 2025, there have been 138 school shootings in the United States.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Focus on the Family founder Dr. James Dobson, an evangelical Christian, died at age 89. He was the founder of Focus on the Family and its chairman emeritus. James Dobson died on August 21, 2025. Focus on the Family president Jim Daly said, "Millions of marriages were saved and strengthened, millions of parents were able to raise happier, healthier children, and millions of men and women were equipped and encouraged to stand boldly for their faith in the public square because Dr. Dobson answered God's call to create Focus on the Family." Dr. Dobson also helped found the Christian legal group Alliance Defense Fund, now called Alliance Defending Freedom, in 1994, in addition to the Political Advocacy Family Research Council. He was also participated in the founding of ecumenical, state-based family policy councils, which work in about 40 states. Daly wrote, "We join the millions across America and the world in mourning his passing." Dobson's ministry efforts grew out of his professional work as a licensed psychologist in California. Although he eventually became associate clinical professor of pediatrics at the USC School of Medicine, Dobson's attention ultimately turned to the breakdown of the traditional family. His concern led him to leave USC and in 1977 open a small, two-room office he called Focus on the Family. Please pray for the repose of his soul. May he rest in peace. That small ministry grew to become a global multimedia nonprofit that reaches about 18 million people in more than 98 countries, thanks in part to its Radio Hall of Fame-winning flagship program, 13 international offices, and many radio, video, digital, and print resources. A licensed marriage, family, and child counselor in both California and Colorado, Dr. Dobson authored more than 30 books, including the popular bestsellers Dare to Discipline, Love Must Be Tough, and Bringing Up Boys. He was also involved in numerous governmental activities related to the welfare of the family. Dobson served as president of Focus on the Family until 2003. The responsibilities of the ministry's daily oversight eventually passed to Daly, Dobson's handpicked successor. Dobson stayed as the board chairman until February 2009, and he served as the primary voice of The Daily Show until February 2010. Dobson served as president of Family Talk, a Christian ministry he founded in 2010, and the Dr. James Dobson Family Institute, which he established to preserve the legacy of his life's works and promote the institution of the family.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Pope Leo XIV issued a plea for peace on today's day of prayer and fasting for peace. In a post on his Pontifex account, he wrote, "Today we celebrate the memorial of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Queen of Heaven, also invoked as Queen of Peace. Let us fast and pray to implore the Lord for the gift of peace. Let us pray together that hearts may be freed from hatred, that we may move beyond the logic of division and retaliation, and that a shared vision inspired by the common good may prevail," said the Pope. Vatican News reported that bishops with their respective dioceses and ecclesial communities broadly joined the papal appeal. In addition to the well-known wars in the Middle East and Europe, there are over 56 more or less forgotten conflicts that generate grief and suffering among peoples. The world is wounded by continuous wars, with the Independent Portal Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project counting at least 56, from the most heated conflicts such as Gaza, Ukraine, and Sudan, to lesser-known ones that often involve non-state actors, to the frozen wars that remain unresolved but always risk rekindling, as recently occurred with the border dispute between Thailand and Cambodia or the dispute between Pakistan and India over Kashmir. Last Wednesday, at the end of his general audience, Pope Leo XIV decided to dedicate Friday, August 22nd, the day in which the Church celebrates the queenship of the Blessed Virgin Mary, to prayer and fasting for peace. Internationally, virtually all Episcopal conferences and individual dioceses have responded to Pope Leo's invitation. Cardinal Matteo Zuppi, the president of the Italian Bishops' Conference, called for intense prayer for an unarmed and disarming peace. Numerous individual dioceses and religious movements in Italy have also mobilized in response to the Pope's call. The Diocese of Rome, in a letter from Cardinal Vicar Baldo Reina, who presided over a Mass in the afternoon at the Lateran Basilica, urged every community, parish, family, and individual believer to fast as a sign of our communion and an offering of peace. The Spanish Episcopal Conference also announced in a statement that it has accepted the Pope's invitation, recalling the letter addressed to the bishops on August 8th by its president, Archbishop Luis Arguello, in which he encouraged them to intensify prayer and attitudes in favor of peace. We ask that this invitation be widely shared among our parish communities, religious congregations, ecclesial movements, and pastoral groups, so that the cry for peace may rise united in the heart of the Church throughout the world, said Cardinal Jamie Spengler, President of the Latin American and Caribbean Episcopal Council. Among the special highlights is the support for the appeal of the Apostolic Vicariate of Southern Arabia, whose territory includes Yemen, which has been ravaged by a forgotten civil war for over 10 years. Through fasting and prayer, we ask the Virgin Mary, Queen of Peace, to intercede with her Son for peace, especially in the nearby Holy Land, and for the consolation of all those afflicted by this and all conflicts, declared Apostolic Vicar Paolo Martinelli. Please continue to pray and fast for peace.
Watch our programme every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to Catholic News World's channel. God bless.